1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Anyone out there in guitar land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you today with the classic old folk song, Wayfaring Stranger, in the key of A minor. I've kind of got an intermediate level lesson worked up for the song, and we're going to look at adapting that basic, beautiful, simple melody into kind of a bluegrass style. We're going to add some drone strings, some slides, some hammer-ons, some pull-offs, basic bluegrass ornaments needed to play a solo. I'll break down the solo for the verse and the chorus note for note, and then show you how I'd play backup for the chords and some easy bass walks I would do for this song. And if you're watching this preview on YouTube, make sure to click the subscribe button and click the bell. You'll get notified anytime I release a new lesson. And if you like the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeddingMusic.com, to grab the full lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. All right, here's Wayfaring Stranger in the key of A minor. All right, let's start breaking down this verse solo for Wayfaring Stranger. Remember, we're in the key of A minor. So the verse part just has two chords, A minor and D minor. Pretty easy, so not too hard. The one chord are A minor, and then the 4 minor chord are D minor. Okay, so just those two chords in the first verse part. And let's break down the chord shapes we're going to use, because I think these little position shifts we're going to do will make much more sense if you understand the underlying chords behind them. Okay, so our main position we're going to use is just our regular A minor chord. You're probably familiar with this one. You know, I've got the low 2 strings open, then I've got my second finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, third finger 2nd fret of the 3rd string, first finger 1st fret 2nd string, high string open, just the classic A minor. And then the other one we're going to use is basically this A minor upper position, so 7th fret on the 4th string, and then 5th fret on the top 3 strings. So that's another A minor chord you might be familiar with. It's basically like your A bar chord, A minor bar chord, except we're just not playing the 2 low strings, okay? And then the only difference there is we're going to do is we're not going to slide all the way up into this shape. We're just going to use, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use basically my 2nd, 3rd, and pinky and just put them on the 5th fret of the top 3 strings. So I'm basically going to kind of working between these 2 shapes. And a lot of times I might even just play my 2 3rd finger and pinky on the top 2 strings. Okay? So that's what I want you to practice first, is just getting used to shifting between those 2 shapes. Because basically anytime we come up here, it's going to be an A minor, and then we have this A minor down here. We're basically going to work on transitioning between those 2 shapes. And then the other one we have is D minor. So that's another common one. If you move all your fingers down this way, 1, and then stretch your 3rd finger out to the 3rd fret, that's a D minor. You could also use your pinky for that instead of your 3rd finger, but I'm going to use my 3rd finger there. And then you can practice going back to A minor. So you basically go down this way and then stretch out your 3rd finger 1 fret. So those are the main positions we're going to use for this first verse solo, okay? Not too hard. So let me play the first 9 measures. It'll be like halfway through the verse, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Do that a few times. 1. One time a little faster. going to start again in this classic A minor position. Measure 1 is going to be a pickup, and we're going to have beat 1 is going to be a rest. So count, what I would do is count beat 1, and then we're basically going to play a run up the notes of most of the notes of an A minor chord. So we're going to start with the open 5th string, which is an A note, and then the 2nd fret on the 4th string with an upstroke, and then take your 3rd finger off for a quick second and play the open 3rd string, and then put your 3rd finger back down on the 2nd fret, and then 1st fret 2nd string, and then 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. So we have, so it's 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm doing all down up picks there. What I would do is, again, just keep in your shape, and all you're doing is then taking your 3rd finger on and off. And then right here, we're going to slide from, so take your other 2 fingers off, and then you're going to slide from 3 to 5. And we're basically, again, going up into this high A minor position we were just talking about in the intro. So you slide up, and then you're going to play down, up with your pick on the top 2 strings. And then on the up, I'm going to put my pinky down. Just kind of like an old fiddle mandolin style move. And then you're going to play a down again on that double 5th fret. So that's like an A minor, like I said. And then down, up. And then down twice. And then take your 3rd finger off, put your 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then back to 3, 5. And then you're going to go back down. And then a little cross picking between the strings. This is just just filling up this space. And then 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then another little run, 2 open, and then that little crossing the string thing again. We're going to do that a bunch. Let's practice that a few times. So I'm just going down, up, down, up. Just on an A minor chord. Again, that's just going to fill up. This melody has a lot of long notes, right? So we need fill. We need, it doesn't work to just go. There's too much space there. So we need to fill up that with our right hand pick by adding a rhythm, right? So that's all we're doing there. So we're going. You could even practice just measure 4 on its own. It's just good picking practice. And then into measure 5, like I said. So let's play those first 5 measures. That's like the opening melody line. So I'll do it really slow. Melody there, remember, is so that's all we're doing there. We're just filling it up. Remember, we're harmonizing with a higher note, and then sliding back down, and then cross picking, and then right here, measure 6. Take your 3rd finger and you're going to quick move your 2nd finger to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then you're going to 1-3 hammer on into our D minor. So 1-3 hammer on there with a downstroke with your pick, and then a little cross picking, just filling up the rest of that measure. So we have down, up, down, up, down, up. 6 would be a good one to link or loop. You can leave your 1st finger off for a second if you need to give you a little relief too. And then measure 7, 3rd fret twice on the 2nd string, and then 1st fret, and then 3rd fret, and then slide back up to your high A minor. So that's the same as measure 2. So we slide up, and then a little run. Let me play it and then I'll break it down. Just a little descending run back down to get us back to our opening melody line. So we have 5th fret on the 2nd string, 5th fret on the high E string, so you're in that position, and you just play, and then 3rd fret on the open high E, open E, that gives you time to slide down, so you have, and then a 4-3 down slide, and then first fret, and then second fret on the third string. I'll play it really slow. That's all we're doing there. So let's play those first 9 measures. Here we go. Remember, the melody there is I'll play the simple melody, so that's like the basic melody of 1 through 9, and again, we're just filling it up with more slides and drone strings. Really, is all we're doing. That's an interesting part right there. So see how we're playing that melody on the second string, but we're harmonizing it with a higher note so we can fill it up. So make sure you're getting enough of the second string there so you still hear the melody, right? So let's play those first 9 again. Here we go. The other thing I'll say about those little quick cross-picking parts, you know, if you don't play that part exactly, remember it's just kind of a fill, right? So even if you went, you know, you could do like a strum, or if you hit, you know, 3 strings and then go back or miss one, you know, what you want to do is not let a little thing like that screw up the entire song. You know, you obviously want to hit the strings going across, but if you hit one twice and you miss, again, you don't want the whole solo to fall apart just because one little thing that doesn't really affect the melody of the song. So remember those little cross picking parts. Same with on the D minor. I mean, even if you just could just hang out there and strum too. So don't, you know, you want to practice these picking parts, but you also want to give yourself the freedom to make a tiny mistake and not let the whole song fall apart, okay? That was something I really struggled with at first. I would learn the song only one exact way, and if I hit an upstroke when I was supposed to hit a downstroke or use my third finger instead of my second, the whole solo would fall apart, right? And that's actually not a great way to prepare for a song, because you're kind of risking everything on playing it perfectly, and then if you don't, then the whole thing falls apart. What I found for me is almost practice and prepare that I'm going to make a mistake, maybe on one of those little cross-picking parts. You know, maybe I hit the second string twice, and what I'm trying to practice is stumbling back into the correct version rather than having the whole song stop, right?